All right. Hello, everyone. I was dancing it out in that music we have always before. Anyways, thanks for joining us for Rabell Realty Group. Kristen Rabell.
Rebecca Johnson.
Rebecca Johnson. All right, let's start it off with, how about them Gators?
How about those Gators?
You didn't go. I went. Gators were awesome. We're super proud of them. It was such a fun game. And we want to congratulate Elaine Almond, who won our tickets to go see UF play in Alabama. So hopefully you had fun, Elaine. Thanks for playing along. That was fun. And I don't know, we've got a huge show today, actually. Just the two of us, but sometimes we love that more. And we've got a lot to talk about. So let's get started with our
Monday Market Moment. All right, let's take a look and see what's happening in North Central Florida. Let's see. So we have the numbers of September 1st.
Yep. September to the 20th.
I just had like a moment where I was like, oh my gosh.
20th.
September's
6 days
almost
to my
over.
sister's birthday.
Aww. That's Jenny.
Maggie.
Sorry, Maggie. All right. So in Gainesville, as of September 1st through the 20th, we have 135 active listings that have hit the market that are still on the market. One of them being the fabulous house in
that
Turkey
new
Creek.
Turkey Creek house
that
we had,
opened
that
the
video.
show.
Woo,
Yep, 4
nice.
bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms. Beautiful house right back on the creek. Mm-hmm. The story that sold me was that they had a baby deer or fawn or whatever born in the back, and they got to watch him for a couple weeks, and I just think that's so cool. Anyways, if you're interested in that house, message us. We'd be happy to show you. Pending, we have 235 as of the month of September, with 179 closed in Gainesville, Florida.
Look at that. Go numbers.
We're going to jet over to St. Augustine, where Karen is watching the show live from the beach. She sent me a picture.
Nice. Hi, Karen.
That's
Enjoy
right.
the
Hi,
beach.
Mom. They have 99 active listings currently, and that's since the start of the year. Their numbers are a little different over there. 26 places are still pending, and then 20 closed for the month so far.
Now remember, the 26 pended are actually the September numbers. The active numbers are for the whole year.
Yeah.
So we still get to do September pended and closed.
Jumping down to Ocala, and we're going through this a little quick because we have some other special numbers to look at with you guys. So jumping down to Ocala Marion, you've got 294 active, 576 pending, and 381 closed.
Look at the pending numbers. That's huge.
I know. Ocala, you're looking strong out there.
Yeah,
we like
we're on
it.
fire.
And I know we've been working more and more in Ocala and getting to know the area, so it's exciting to us as well. And then Tampa Bay, Hillsborough area, you've got 420 active, 719 pending, and 591 closed. Still slower than what we've seen over the summer, but again, totally normal for this time of year.
Yeah,
So,
it gets a little slower in fall. So what we're going to do is our next couple of slides, Rebecca and I are going to go through the Florida Realtors numbers. And this is information that Florida Realtors creates. We've got the Ocala, and this is probably the best slide to really show you everything. Hopefully you can see those numbers. We have it right here in front of us. But this gives a really a bigger summary of the statistics, all of them, not just like the current active, pending, and closed, but what's been happening. And what they say, what actually NAR says, the National Association of Realtors, is that it's better to look at it year per year. And the last numbers, the most recent numbers they can come up with is July. So they'll get August out probably next month, then September out. It's a little slower. So we're really at July, but it shows you that in July 2021 in Ocala, we'll start off with Ocala, there were 780 closed sales by the end of that month. And then, but 2020 of the same month, it was 698. So the percentage, it's really good to see the percentage year to year. And so that's 11.7%. It's also, we always like to look at who paid in cash because it just shows what investors are out there and they're willing to pay a little more for these properties. So showing that in July 2021, there were 277 cash buyers, no loans, nothing, maybe there was hard money that is shown to be paid in cash, but cash buyers, that's a lot of cash buyers. And then 172 back a year ago, July 2020. So that's a 61% increase. So that's really huge. You want to go over the medium and average prices?
So I was just looking at that actually. So the average sales price in July of 2020 was basically $224,000. the average sales price for July 2021 is basically $287,000. They had a 27.9% increase.
That's huge.
That's crazy.
So you're just seeing how much people are paying more in cash, how many more are selling, and the prices, the average price, and even the median price. Median and average are different. Most people like to look at average price. That's probably why you picked that one over the other.
It's easier to explain. I do want to say that in a normal real estate market, typically you see a growth of like 4 to 8%.
Right, exactly.
Just to put some perspective on that. So seeing almost 28% in a year is shocking.
Yes. So a couple of other really interesting facts are the median percent of original list price received. So July 2021, they got 100%. We know, because we've talked about it, probably over, but they don't have that stat. That stat has never been created. So they got 100% of their list price, whereas a year before, it was still really high at 97.6, but we still went up 2.5% for that. So almost all the numbers have gone up. Now, the time to contract, I guess it's from list to pending. Last year,
52 days.
This year,
8.
Yeah.
Just like we've been reporting on the best real estate podcast.
Right. We're telling you the numbers, and right here, the stats are showing what we've been telling you. So, there's a couple of other information there that maybe you can see, but really it shows down at the bottom the year to date. So July 2020, it's showing there was a little bit of a drop in August, but there's still closed sales and percentage. It went from 5.3, which was really low. It dropped again and all the way up to now we're at 3.2. Now it did drop. If you look down below at the numbers, in April it was 60.6% the closed volume, then up to 74% in May, and then back down to 37%, and then down to 11%, and then back up to 32%. So it really shows, and it's showing what months were the highest months in terms of closed deals. And so we thought that was really great information. That's Ocala. Let's go over the Tampa St. Pete. Now, when we look at your numbers, can you change it, Elio, to the next one? Yeah, so when we look at numbers, we really just show you Tampa. But because, thanks, Carrie. Because this is from the Florida Association of Realtors, we can't really give you just our little defined areas. We're not going to have one about St. Augustine because they don't have that. But we have it. They have them about with our 3 major areas, not our 4th one. So we can go over Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater area. So if you want to go over the first couple numbers. Yeah.
Okay. So closed sales, July 2020 versus July 2021, they actually went down. They had a 7.2% drop. July 2020 was 5,281 versus July 2021, 4,901. The amount of people that paid cash, it went up by 71% within a year. 880 closed sales July 2020 to 1,506 for July 2021. And their average sales price, very consistent with what we were seeing with Ocala. So the average sales price in July 2020, $3,797. July 2021, $410,000 basically. Yeah, so you've got 20% in change for that. Again, if you look down at your little chart towards the bottom,
the time.
Time on the market. Yeah, again, 6 days this year versus 22 last year.
Yeah.
So it's.
So all the closed sales went down, everything else went up. And we can't really tell you why closed sales went down in Tampa between the year. But when you look at the numbers down below, what we were saying, it still went up.
You could see that the chart is still moving in an upward trend and showing that things are still.
So basically, moving. It is actually showing that July things really started hitting it because that's the negative number. Everything else was positive. So very possibly this year in July, they took a step back. I bet you it's because the prices rose so high. I mean, when you're already starting at, what was it, 341, and change, is your price, your average price. That's already pretty high average price. So you get up in the 400s at your average price. It kind of, it's a bigger city. There's more money there, but there's a lot of, the impact is huge. So they probably pulled back. They always pull back in the bigger cities or have the major changes in the bigger cities. And then the smaller ones like Ocala and Gainesville see that change as well, right? Wouldn't you agree? We'll see that after the fact. So the next one is Gainesville.
Well, Alachua County. With Gilchrist. I'm a little surprised about that.
It does. It says Gainesville at the top, but yeah, you could see actually. So the other one was Hernando, Pasco, Hillsborough, and Pinellas, but here we have Alachua and Gilchrist for some reason. So so it's both of them. I'm not sure why they chose Gilchrist over any of the others.
No, it's so peculiar.
But this is just how Florida Realtors decides. So not a huge difference, and actually that. July of 2020 was higher and closed only by 7%. So that's very similar to Tampa.
I'm going to say, actually, and this might go true to Tampa, some of it's buyer fatigue.
That's what we were talking about the past couple of them.
What if some of it is construction? Because construction has been delayed. Right. And I'm like thinking about it and I'm like, I wonder if it's because homes weren't finished like they anticipated. And so we're going to see some of that. I mean, we won't know until we get
and we're in new construction. We work in that. So, and as I was saying just a minute ago, that the smaller cities are seeing the fatigue as Lisa was talking about in this, change sooner. Gainesville is becoming a bigger city. We're a more affluent city. We do have, I think, that a delay in new construction. We have a lot of buyers coming in. So we're actually catching up to Tampa in the sense of we weren't as strong last year. But again, I think it's because people are pulling back. And I think once we see these numbers again, we would see, they don't like to do month by month, but I bet you the market did kind of pick up again. Because remember, we talked about this. July was kind of a sleepy month. We talked about that in July. A couple of people saying, wow, or actually August, wow, my July was like a typical September, because this is usually the sleepy month. So these numbers are showing that July was a sleepy month of 2021. But yeah, Lisa, we definitely believe it's buyer fatigue.
Yeah.
Not wanting to pay those high prices. So cash buyers raised by 20%, not the huge 71% or 61% of Ocala and Tampa, but a 20% increase. Our price went from 2020 255, well actually 294.9 was the average price, and now it's at 339. And we've actually said those numbers almost to the T before when we've talked about this. So that's a 15% increase. We also have the original list price 100% this time. Before last year it was 98.3, so 1.7% increase. And then our median days to contract, so 5 days recently and 26 days last year. So, I mean, that's a 80% difference, but 26 was not a long time. So 5 days, really not. We're noticing because of that buyer fatigue, I think we're seeing a little bit longer. It's not 5 days, it's more like 2 weeks. So we'll look at those numbers for this month and in August when they come out. Anything else notable?
No.
Yeah.
I think we're
down below, just showing, it's kind of fluctuated, but the numbers are still strong. So July took a hit in the bigger cities, but we're still moving along strong. So that does give you a little bit of hope for our areas, that, the real estate market, it's not a bubble, right? The real estate market's still going strong, but people are taking a step back from the crazy offers, $100,000 higher than list price. That was a little wild. But Lisa could tell us some stories about Tampa. She's one of our Tampa agents, by the way. So she could probably tell you about Tampa. We should bring you on here, Lisa. We can do this from afar. You don't have to be up here in Gainesville.
But we would love to see you.
All right. So this cool little feature, we'll take a break after this, but this is kind of fun. So, as you know, we work in new construction. So we know about colors a lot. We always look at colors because they pick for exterior and interior. And actually, this past year, one of the builders was like, don't pick high reflective white because it's more expensive. And I didn't actually know that because it's not like on a list of this is how much more you pay. Now, granted, paint's become more expensive because it's not as readily available. But you're the one who sent me this article. Do you want to tell me about it?
Yes, I just thought it was interesting because we live in Florida mostly. But this gentleman has created a color of white, or a shade of white, I guess you would call that, to where they feel like AC could be, or the need for air conditioning and all this could be obsolete. I'm calling shenanigans. I don't believe him.
Oh, you don't? See, I thought that was like a really cool scientific find.
I think it would
now
be great.
Now, it's in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Does it eliminate humidity? Because the heat isn't the problem.
You're right. then we need to be over in like Arizona where it could work.
I believe in Arizona all day long. You paint your everything this color and you will be cool as a cucumber. But in Florida, where it is hot and humid and you walk outside and you have curly frizzy hair, suddenly
nope, I don't.
I know.
See
well, I get that.
Hair.
I get this wild.
But what's cool is that it reflects 98.1% of the solar radiation. So it does reflect it, or it can. It's scientifically can reflect the sun's light. So it causes a lesser need for that AC to be powering, cooling down your buildings. It's not going to be seen anytime soon on.
I don't know. The city commission
residential
might be watching
homes.
this, and they might make it a mandate to paint your
I think this is going to go to like major, new. Commercial buildings first to see if it really works. Those huge structures that need AC.
I'm super curious to see how it works. You know what else is the problem with this in Florida? Love bugs.
Love bugs love white. No, she's not kidding. You paint a house white, and when it's love bug season, which is 2 times a year, y'all.
Yep, right now
they are just swarming all around. You cannot keep them away from your white cars, your white houses. So good luck. Zuline,
I know, I can't read
to get rid of that. I don't know. Are they prevalent all around
I don't
the
think
nation?
they are. I think it's a Florida
really just
thing.
Like the southeast.
We released them to catch the mosquitoes.
I know. Thank you, UF. You guys are awesome. Those scientists.
Hey.
Hi, Lisa.
We have a lot of Lisas.
Yeah, today's Lisa Day. All right, so let's take a break so we can get into our next half. A little less numbers, a lot more information. So we'll see you soon. Thanks. Check out the video.
They are brokers that actually support their agents. They are not looking to just further their own name in the business. They actually do pass along leads to other agents. I would recommend Kristen and Rebecca's team to others because they are supportive, accessible, they are empowering, and very positive. I'm very happy here. I've been to 5 other brokerages, and this is by far the most empowered, successful, strong that I have felt.
Hello, welcome back.
Oh, hey, there we are. Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. And let's get into our second session of information. So we're always looking for topics. I mean, we could come up with them. We could literally sit down and just start talking, but we love to come up with some topics. And what we love to do also, if you don't know, is to talk and to present. So we were really excited to have one of our past customers multiple times, Lisa Atherin, invite us to her class, Organizational Communication course, COM 3125. And we got to talk about communicating as business owners, business leaders, team leaders, really just, brokerage owners. So how do you deal with a team? How do you deal with your staff? How do you change, and work with them? And so that was really fun.
It was fun and interesting to be out on the college campus. We went and got coffee and hung out. It was very nice. Enjoy, Mom.
Hey, there's Karen. You're not a Lisa, so you're not allowed to talk today.
I know.
But this is actually Lisa Atherin, so it's totally a Lisa day. How wild is that? Lisa.
Well, we had a good time on there, so thank you, Lisa.
Yes, thanks, Lisa. That was a lot of fun. We loved your students. They actually asked really poignant questions, so we were pretty impressed. And honestly, I could have stayed there all day talking with them because I had so much fun. So thank you. All right, next one. Again, we could talk all day. So Simple Life, right? 5 design trends that picked up steam in 2021. The very first one, Rebecca, this is totally like your wheelhouse.
I know. This is the only reason I sent this article
wicker
to you.
And rattan and woven everything. I'm going to tell you, she does a lot of design work for her builder, and which gives us like other ideas and, for design work for our houses, our rentals that we own, Airbnbs, and then like our own other builders. So these 3, rattan, wicker, and woven, everything, you're really more like the basket girl, although I have to say I am too, and the woven girl. You had that woven rug, which I will never pick again, by the way. These things
Beautiful,
look
but not
beautiful,
functional.
but they're so not functional. But yes, this totally picked up some steam. And I mean, there's couches, and they were saying that, and you've done a couple of fun things with this, especially the woven stuff, but it doesn't always have to be like huge pieces of furniture like this couch, which would be really, really uncomfortable because it's
I
indoor.
did look at a couch like this for the beach, but
It's so cute. They work better outside, but they rot really easily.
I have a
because
rattan
we're in
swing,
Florida.
and it's held up very
Oh, that's good.
beautifully.
Yeah, your swing has. But it's probably a really strong one. And this always makes me think of Pier 1 because I worked there in college. Pier 1 had like wicker everything, which I love wicker, but baskets. And then you had these like woven placemats, which you could find on Pottery Barn. You got them at what? Target?
I got them at Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby, right. And what she did was she put them on the wall and then put like something in the middle of them, which was actually like shells.
Yep.
And created this like art piece off of them. And you got like 20 of them. And we had this really long hallway in Grand Oaks. And we just put them down the hallway, like not all in a line, but kind of like,
we make
near
art
each other.
out of
it was really cool. So, I mean, we definitely at Rabell utilized this style and made it like the style of Rabell, I would say, because we have this stuff everywhere. But it's really cute. And it brings this like natural feel to your homes. So everybody's going with this like organic, natural style. This really kicked it up a notch. And like I said, you could just like grab a basket, throw it in your room, and you've got that style.
I like it because it's functional and cute.
Yeah. It's really all right. So number 2 was green.
I love green.
Everything. I'm not a green girl, but they were talking about olive green, and then I put down the other Belmont green. Those were 2 like big colors that came out and became really popular.
I'm not a like paint the walls green, but I love green accents.
Well, I had like 50 pictures to choose from here. I just picked this one because I love like the cute style of it.
Yeah.
But
I think it looks great.
It
And
also
I
had the
appreciate green
woven.
at other people's
It
houses,
also had the
but-
woven rug,
Yep.
kind of not like yours, but similar. But there was like green accents, always pillows, throws and things like that. But green furniture. And then green like side tables, like the little, side table here was green. And then green kitchens, like beautiful, everybody's painting their cabinets and they look so nice, but beautiful green kitchens. So this was the one I chose because this was sort of what the style they were talking about. But I loved the green furniture and the green kitchen. Although, like we painted our kitchen, we talked about that naval blue. I don't think I could go with green, but it was really pretty. So I can see why people like it. And this has the organic feel. So that organic look, because green is definitely of the earth, of the, bushes.
I think we're in
and
an
leaves.
earthy
We are.
time.
We are. Maybe Megan Green could talk to us about that.
There you go. I like it.
Megan Green. I didn't even mean that. Anyways, okay. So this one's my wheelhouse. Number 3. We talked about this. That's
why I sent this to you.
Love this style, and it's too much for you because you're a minimalist. But let me read you this because I think this is great. This trend. Well, hold on. Where is it?
Red millennial.
Yes,
flares.
but
you basically you had asked me if wallpaper.
Okay.
Was in
so
style.
I don't know if I like grabbed the right part, but it was basically saying it's anti. Like basic, anti, this stuff, like this
just
just
call me
like
basic?
white, fresh style, the minimalist style. It's anti that. And we talked about wallpaper, right? And
That's
flowery
why I
wallpaper,
sent this
right?
to you.
So I was raised by like a mom and grandmother who really loved this. Now, granted, it is too much sometimes. So you got to take it back. So I think everything else needs to be white. And then... All right. Oh, another Karen. Sweet.
It's Karen and Lisa Day on the Kristen and Rebecca
yes, show. Yay. Love Bobby. Bobby's awesome. And thanks for being on here, Karen. Another Karen.
That's on YouTube.
Nice. On YouTube too. Thank you. That's awesome. But what this blend is like that old grandmother style, which is my grandmother, as we called her. And, the old, sort of older tables, but mixing it in with this modern flair. So as you see, they're really white cabinets. Usually they're flat cabinets, the nice white countertops. White everything, like more of a modern style light fixtures. But then you throw in, if you want to go really far, you can go with the wallpaper. But if you don't want to do that, you just throw in like, a rug, kind of like the rug there. Ruggable, by the way, slightly cheaper washable rugs.
We're going to have them
You
start
go with
paying
that.
us if we're going to keep talking about them.
I know, right? And then again, here's the chairs, a little bit more of a style. Oh yeah, so I'll tell you about the wallpaper. So I had pink flowery wallpaper on 3 walls, but black with flowers wallpaper on 1 wall. It looked
So 90s.
grand millennial. It was like way beyond 90s. It was so much nicer. So, and then I had a bunch of posters on. It just looked really fun. So that's my style. I love color. One does love a touch of color. So you throw in that color, you have like an old style look with, that new style look. I'm grand millennial.
She's grand millennial.
Yep. Which is funny because I'm not a millennial, but I'm not a Gen Xer. I'm that like 5-year period in between that I don't even know if we have a name. I always have to ask Sky, what are we called? So I'm like the older millennial. So I'm the grand millennial.
You're the grandma
Like the
millennial.
grandma millennial.
The grand millennial.
I'm totally fine with that. Okay. All right. The next one, number 4.
Architectural DIY.
So I grabbed other pictures from the article because it was talking about people like going and buying moldings, like crown molding and stuff. I don't see a lot of people do that, but I saw this all day long. This is actually, you can find this on Lowe's, Home Depot, everywhere else. You could go on any of these sites, and most of it was by this Akina millwork. It's like slabs of plastic. And you could put it on your wall, your backsplash. Like my mom has gold backsplash, but it's it's just like this. It's like a plastic, but it's gold plastic. So you could, and she stapled it on. But from afar, it looks like, like a tile because it's really shiny. So, I mean, my mom did this a while ago and she's kind of a trendsetter. Hot mess of a trendsetter, but I thought, this, and I didn't see this a lot in Gainesville other than some people, but I saw it all over the internet. Did you see a lot of it?
I've seen some of this. This is not my style, but I have seen a lot of this.
So you could take a really small space and instead of painting or wallpaper, throw this up, you just staple it on and you could easily take it off and it, not change. So if you're a renter, which we'll get into later, and you want to get away with something, this is probably a way to get away with it.
I do inspections. I will find this.
I'm talking about not our renters.
I know. Thank you.
Just kidding. All right, number 5. Yeah, there you go. That was talked about on their DIY headboard. So yeah, Carrie, you can do DIY anything. You are totally the flipper.
All right, matte black appliances and fixtures. I like this.
Saw this all over the place.
I like black appliances. They don't bother me. Stainless aggravates me because it's messy.
Yeah. Well, this also kind of, you can get the touch on it. We saw this in like the higher end properties. But check out that tile work on the ground. We talked about that before.
We have talked about that. That's
like so out of style, but I still love it.
I think it's fun.
I think it's still kind of in style. And here's, there was a picture of the green kitchen. This is the navy because I like navy, but I thought it was really pretty. It does match well because I think this is the gold tones with the gold tones, and the gold tones came back and then they took a little bit of a break, but I think they're back again, like as of right now back. I don't know. Have you all seen that? Carrie, you're into this design. Have you seen a lot of gold come back, and do you like it? She'll answer soon. They're always a little bit behind with their responses, but yeah, I like the matte black. Would you do it though? Do you think it's going to be one of those things that's definitely like?
I think it could stay. I think the gold is going to go back out of style again. Yeah. Personally, I don't mind it, but I think it will go back out just like they always do.
Yep. All right, cool. So. That's fun. We love those. All right, we talked about this. So I actually have to say, I know you gave me everything, and I gathered it all ready for this. So I'm not, you obviously can talk too, but we did start this on our 59th or our 49th podcast with Matt Barker from Cornerstone. See, yes, and love gold. There you go, Carrie. I knew it. No brass gold. No, not the 90s, like the newer gold. But let's go on with the renting. So he asked, we notice a lot of the grand millennials, the older generation, wanting to downsize or actually more so sell and just start renting. And it got us to thinking, and I think we kind of answered it, but really more so, we really started thinking and talking about it outside of the podcast. And it's not actually the older generation, it's the 20s and 30-year-olds. And it's these people, they can afford putting 20% down, but want to keep renting. So let's have that discussion. We'll go through Yep. There we go.
Number one, they're not sure where they want to live. And I do think that's a big thing right now. Everybody wants to travel. People are living in RVs. They're moving to different cities, different areas. And COVID really kind of jump-started that because people realize they can do a lot of what they do from afar.
Some people are like, do I want to live in more urban or do I want to live in the country? They can't really figure it out. We went from like small houses, tiny houses
figure it out.
in town. And then all of a sudden COVID hit and everybody was like, oh no, wait, I want to be outside. So I think a big part of it that is just uncertainty of where you want to live and you don't want to put so much down. But here's the funny thing that I have to say with this. Most people I know are selling within 2 or 3 years, and there's enough equity that you can still make money and then move on. So I wouldn't use that excuse as a good excuse. I can argue that excuse right there.
Number two, I don't think I've really ever heard anybody say, I don't want to pay real estate taxes.
Yeah, I mean that's number 4 also. They just they see taxes, and yes, Alachua County has really high taxes, but again, that really shouldn't be the reason why you don't want to. But the write-up that went with that was you only have to pay your rent. You don't, and then they were looking at it as rent wasn't for those owners wasn't covering this, but it is. Rent's covering their cost of living or their cost of owning, which is taxes, HOA dues, which is not on here, homeowners insurance, and if they have it, their mortgage. So as a renter, you're paying that. You're just paying it in the rental part. So again.
Number 3, like being able to move to different amenities. I think that kind of goes hand in hand with number 1, truthfully. So basically, y'all have 3 excuses. You don't know where you want to live. Yeah. You don't want to pay the bills. And you want to invest your money elsewhere.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest one is they want to invest their money elsewhere. And I'm sure that's cryptocurrency. That's a really big thing right now. I don't think it's necessarily bourbon. It could be. Because we know people who like to invest in bourbon or cars or anything like that. But real estate is really like the best investment to have. So I'm not really sure if I'm getting all of these, but it is a huge topic and we will talk about it over and over and over again. So, think about it, come back to us. Let's continue this conversation because it's out there. And especially as realtors, we need to know how to either combat it or help it, help guide it. And also as investors, you like these people. These are your people. All right, so we're going to play a game.
Oh, boy. I
have the answers,
okay.
I think. But really, both of us are going to play this. And as you all know, we don't know much about sports at all. Yes, we are the typical women who don't. I can. Susan will keep me up.
I know things about sports. I know just enough
Susan
to have
will keep me up and post it. I go to Gator games, not all the time, but this year I have. So I will get into it, but then I quickly forget and get into real estate. So we're going to go to the logo test, and this is the NFL logo test. I think we should both get this.
Yeah, I know this one. I recognize this because they have a lot of
they win a lot.
What do they call them? Like fair weather fans, right? People want to be a part of them because they win a lot.
Yeah. So the New England Patriots.
Those are the Patriots.
Yes. Okay. I want to call this the Thors.
They look like Thors. He's a Viking. I don't know where he's from.
They're the Vikings, the Minnesota Vikings. Okay. Oh gosh, the Blackhawks. Oh shoot, I'm gonna have to look that one up. You tell me what you think. We should know this.
They're the Atlanta Falcons.
Good job. I did not know that.
I got that. I know that one. I have to think about it.
I know this. They are the Tennessee Titans. Tritons?
I don't know. Our Titans in Tennessee.
Oh my gosh.
I know the next
one.
The
Titans. Okay, I kind of said it right. Tritons.
That's the Steelers. I know the Steelers.
We only know this because I lived in Philly, and your husband is a huge Philadelphia fan. Although earlier you're like they're from.
I knew they were from Philadelphia. I did see that one earlier. This one I've been thinking about. I did see this one earlier.
Are they Black Panthers?
I don't know. They're Panthers.
The Panthers.
Oh my God.
Where are they from? Oh, Carolina. Yeah, I didn't know that at all.
North Carolina Panthers.
I just want to say that the blood clots. I have no idea.
Is that an actual logo?
Freaking clue. I've never seen this in my entire life. What is it? The San Francisco 49ers?
That's not right. It's supposed to have a 49er thing in there.
Did they change? Were they offending somebody? They were offending somebody and they became the blood clots. This is the dumbest. Yeah.
That's not the real logo. Please, if you know football, tell me. I didn't know.
All right. So this is offensive. It's the Arrowheads.
I'm going to assume they're from Arizona. I don't know. Is that the actual logo?
Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, I've never seen this one either. I don't know.
Sorry. I don't know. I've never seen this logo before.
This is my favorite one.
Are you giving partial logos?
This is my favorite one. I've never seen this before. So let's go to the next one. This is the Trump headpiece.
Oh, it does
The
look like
hairpiece.
a Trump headpiece.
Yeah, the Trump
I was
hairpiece.
like, it's the lightning bolt.
Trump probably owns this.
What is it? Is that the whole logo?
It's an air. I don't know. Los Angeles Chargers. How
I
does
didn't know
that have to
Los
do with
Angeles
anything
had a
with
football
Chargers?
team.
I didn't either. I
It's
thought
a
they were
lightning
basketball.
bolt. It's like an
It's Trump's
energizer.
hairpiece.
I got you. It does look like Trump's hairpiece. That's funny. No,
All right, we
the
failed.
Chiefs.
Yeah, we failed.
The Chargers. See, Susan knows things.
Yeah,
I
she
don't
knew
know.
all of them. She got them like almost. But okay, so here's something. We didn't do all of them, obviously. Here's what's interesting is that the least, and we didn't have them on here, but the least known was the New York Jets. And it's,
Oh, I know that because doesn't
What
it
does it
say
look
the
like
Jets
then?
on there? It's
No.
green and
yes,
white.
it's
And-
green. I looked all these up. It's a green football. I did not know that one either. And then the Chiefs, which was the,
I thought
the Arrowheads.
The
and then
Arrowheads.
the Chargers, which was the Trump hairpiece. And then the 49ers, which was the blood clot.
See, I know some of these. I
And
don't
then
know
the
all of
Seattle Seahawks. I don't think we had that on there. There's one Washington football team. I don't even know what that was, but it's a W. And then the LA
would've been
Rams.
exciting.
Wait, Los
LA
Angeles
Rams?
has the Rams. I don't know. That's on here. Oh, I thought that was a basketball team. Yeah, that's LA with like a circle. I don't know. The Houston Texans and which I thought we had on there. And then the Atlanta Falcons were the least recognizable of all
I've
of them.
seen the Atlanta Falcons before
Yeah, I
because
forgot
we've
about
been
them,
to
though.
their stadium.
But there's a lot
sure.
of birds and so
Yeah, well-
I didn't do Tampa or Miami or
I know the
Jacksonville.
Florida teams.
Yeah, because we needed Florida teams. And I didn't know the
I wouldn't
Denver
have known the
Broncos.
Cleveland
Denver
Browns either.
Broncos, right? Because of Tim Tebow.
Yes,
figured
that I
we'd
would have
know
known.
those.
This C,
The
that's
Bears,
orange,
I didn't know.
known.
Yeah, I failed. I got like 16 out of 32 when I first took the test. So,
Well,
It was-
this all started because we saw that everybody thinks it's hilarious that we
The
know very
TikTok,
little about
yeah.
it, and there was a TikTok, and they were basically challenging each other, and I'm like, I don't know. I was like, what do you think this is?
we thought that was really fun. So thank you for letting us play. Hopefully, y'all got a kick out of that and seeing how terrible we are at NFL football. But we're here in Gainesville. If anything, we're going to know
We
about
only know one NFL
college.
team, actually two. I'm sorry because we have two
Tampa
markets that have
Bay.
them. Right, Tampa Bay is
and the
number one.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Everybody else we don't know
Now,
anything
Tampa
about.
Bay, you're a good football team. The Jaguars, sorry, Jaguar fans, y'all suck.
I don't know. I say nothing
so
because I
bad.
know nothing. I
They're
only
so
know
bad.
that
They're-
Tom Brady
they're like
threw the
FSU
trophy,
football.
and it
You
was
can't
like
win
a
a
big
game.
thing.
All right, so let's go through our slides. We've gone over a little bit. We knew we would. I'll take this one. So everybody, Oktoberfest Hail event was canceled, but the Rabell Realty Group is still going to host it. It's going to be a really fun event. Please come October 15th. We're going to start about 5:30 and at 9ish or whenever y'all leave, hopefully soon. But we'll have live music outside by the Medicine Show. That's Mike Rust, one of our realtors, and his really fun rock band. And I knew you were going to say that, leave the Jagaloons. But yeah, so we're still going to host it, and our realtors will invite their customers and friends and family. It's family oriented. We'll have food, drinks, and lots of fun. We're going to be inside, outside for anybody who's nervous. Masks are welcome, but we want to see you, and it'll be at our Hale office on the cutest corner in Hale.
If you have a property that you need managed, we would be delighted to assist you at K&R Property Management, where we invest in your investment. So give us a call today at 352-213-6410. Just wait till we get off the air because I don't want to take that call on here, if that's okay.
All right. And if you are looking to get in real estate or change your real estate career or join a team, email us at join@buysellerbell.com.
And if you want to get social, we have plenty of ways for you to do that. We have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, and much, much more. So come like and subscribe.
Our YouTube page. Thank you to Karen who's on there, Bobby's mom. All right. Did you know we have a blog? If you didn't know, now you know. And it's buysellerbell.com/blog. We talk about all things real estate and the local places that we sell in.
And do you want to have your own podcast? Contact Fiesta Media at 352-327-5089. And thank you to them for the production of this
thank
podcast.
you for your production. We love being on here. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us every Tuesday.
No,
Monday. Why do I always say that? 2:00. Monday. That's like the fifth time I've
You
said
can get
that.
on Tuesday. We just won't be here. But Monday,
You can get on YouTube. YouTube
All right.
on Tuesday.
We're out. We're out.
I'm drunk. Not
She's
really.
not.